Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. We go over here and see whether this works, see whether I think it's going to work today, and be good, and be happy and wonderful. Emble, hello, good evening. I'm good for the back rooms. You have fun. You have fun over there. I'll stay here. I'll stay here. This seems safer. Much safer. Yeah. So, yesterday's stream was a complete bust. About half an hour into it, not even that. Yeah, no, about half an hour into it. We sprang a leak. We sprang a leak in the bathroom upstairs, and it caused water to come through the ceiling into the kitchen, down to plug sockets where washing machines and other bits pieces of washing machine and air fryer plugged into, and knocked the power out. So I spent a few hours trying to figure out how to get everything dry and sorted and figure out what was wrong with it. And yeah, it's broken. It's broken upstairs. Our bath is broken. So that's yeah. It seems like I've had a couple of Foundry streams in the last few weeks that have just been technically broken, and it's nothing that's happening. Well, I've had PC problems, but it's been more stuff out externally that's just been ruining everything. So hopefully today we're going to be fine. We're going to get onto it. We're going to be absolutely wonderful, and everything is going to be joyous and fantastic, and there can be much rejoicing. I hope. Yes. So, with that in mind, let's give this a go, shall we? Okay. I will hide myself down here. So, there are things a little bit different. I went back to the previous, because I'm just scrapping the last stream where I didn't do anything. And the stuff's coming up there, going along to a hole here. I want to limit the amount of area I have to build things, because I very much have discovered that if I have unlimited space, like I had here, unlimited space, I struggle to figure out where, what, when, how, who. Yeah, but if I have a limited setup, so I go, this is as big as I want to make it. It's got to be this wide because it wants to be out there. It can be a bit longer if it wants to be, although we do have this here, so that's kind of limiting our distance here. But if I can squeeze into here, it works better for me. It works better for me. So, yeah. So the things we need to do. First and foremost, we want to take the blue crystals and charge them into charged Xeno crystals. And then output them onto a conveyor belt, which goes up to the casting machines to make the, well, actually, sorry, it goes up to the distillation columns to make that. So I think chemical processors want to go in first to make the ignium-rich water. That goes into the crystal refiners, not with energy cells, so we need them. So the chemical processes have to go in first. Sort. Chemical processes. I might have grabbed a few more than I needed. We need 4, right? Yeah, we need 4. So let me do this here. So the chemical processes want water, and they want ignium, sorry, not Xeno, ignium. This can be moved. This can always go elsewhere. It's not a problem there. I might move that up. Yeah, might move that. So let's throw down you here. So I want to keep it within the bounds of this. The box can be on the outside. So technically, let's get rid of the box for the moment. So this is our boundary here. So the chemical processes require water and ignium powder. So we want the 2 crushers on the end here, getting the ignium powder and crushing it, and it's not even one, I'm in the way there, aren't I? And it's not one conveyor belt, so we can put them both together over here. in there. You're going to do crushed helium, and you're going to do crushed helium. Then your output along this way. Do 4 of these guys. And these guys are going to do helium enriched water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Plenty of space. Input, 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 input. We'll put output, and then we'll go around the back and we do the inputs here. So this is our belt for helium, which is fine because these belts can go underneath there, and that's going to come in from the train. Now, that is not a lot of helium. So realistically, I would like this to go along further. So there, like that. With the intakes reaching over like this, which is quite far, but that's okay. That way, this belt can continue along. And then when we build the next power plant, we can copy and paste this, and it goes on, and it's just got helium running along. No problem at all. Okay. Right, so there's that. So that's going to have the helium enriched water. Let's copy the pipe, which is going to come out of this one. It wants to go all into one pipe. Because it can. That wants to go into the crystals, to charge crystals. So we want to have 6 refiners. What if I put them here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we just cut out that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Yep. Lonnie, hello, good evening. Hope you're having a good day today. Now you want charge crystals, and you want actual normal crystals, don't you? So what if I ran, not charge crystals, sorry. What if I ran the...
Hello there.
I might grab this and move this more central. When we're done with it, we'll figure out how it goes, and maybe we'll move this to be a bit more central, so we've not got loads of open space here. We have even space on both sides. Secretary, hello, good evening. Your day's been good. You're having train problems, Lonnie? What's up? What's up with your trains? What are they not doing?
Hello there.
And Tag as well. Hello, hello. Hope you also are having a good day. So, what I want to do here is actually make a couple of filter loaders. I want to have one there and two there. You are going to be filtered to blue Xeno crystal. You are going to be filtered to blue Xeno crystal, and you are going to be filtered to red Xeno crystal. You come out and go to there, and you come back and go to there. Okay. My trains are set up with 4 cargo each, and the stations are set to receive resources if the cargo station is empty. Is that with logic? You're doing that? Supply trains focus on 1 or 2 of the receiving stations and all the others. 7 supply trains and 7 stations. If you've got 7 stations and 7 supply trains, you just have the trains set to wait until empty and don't worry about turning on or off the stations. You just have the trains parked in the stations unloading. That's the way I've done my one. So my drop-off trains wait until empty. They have a timer on them as well, because I've noticed if sometimes they'll be at the wrong stop doing the wrong thing. Like they'll be waiting to be emptied when they're at fill-up stations. So that's why I put in an active timer. So if after 5 minutes nothing happens, go, just drive away and come back in. So, yeah. If you're if the stations are being used, like they're being emptied very, very quickly, obviously the problem with that is that you would need more trains to keep them full, because if the trains keep coming back to the same stations, they're emptying before the others. They're emptying before the train can go, load up and come back again. So you need more trains. Hence why, I mean, I haven't got it here, but I normally have parking for drop-offs. Although we've done a lot of that. But yeah, so you can have multiple trains waiting to drop off. Who are you? Oh, you're a pickup, actually. Right, so that's that there. So this is ignium. This one is energy cells. We need very little energy cells as well. Okay. We're going to control all this with logic. That's the plan of it. So it's only going to filter a certain amount with logic, a certain amount of blue crystals, a certain amount of red crystals. And then we're going to have the returns from the casting machines that come back will not be controlled by logic. They'll be able to fill up to this all the time. So let me set the logic up now. So I want to control that input. I'd like to turn you round as well. Yeah. But yeah, if the drop-off trains are going to the same stations over and over and over, that means the stations are emptying too quickly for the train. You're using more goods than the trains can deliver. You would need more trains. Because what should happen is the train will come up and park at the station because it's emptying its goods, and because it's parked there and the station is set to one train, you've got to make sure you've got the train limit set. The next train will go, well, that's in use, so I'll go to the next one, and the next one, the next one. It will feed from the closest to the furthest away. So, yeah. Full trains. Have you got the train set to wait until empty? So the train just come and park? And you got the station set to just one train allowed? So they're not queuing up? Because by default it's set to unlimited. So the trains, as many trains can come as they like. Because unlimited means that as many trains as they like can come to it, so they'll all just queue up and wait for it. You want to set it to one, and then tell every train that's on its way to just go away once it's done. Because otherwise, it will tell you how many trains are inbound to it. State occupied, it'll tell you how many trains are inbound to it, and you need to make sure it's got no trains inbound to it, and let all them. Yeah. They don't queue up? Does a train pull into the station and wait at the station, or does it just drive straight away? Yep, I've got multiple stations named the same thing. So like I've got 3 circuit board drop-offs, 6 electronic component drop-offs. So let me go to my electronic components. I've got 6. I think. Was that this? No, this is. What's this one? Hungry electronic components. So there's 6 of these stations. There's 6 of these stations. So they are set to train limit of 1. All my stations set to a train limit of 1. Some pickups have got higher ones because the parking's for the pickups, but the drop-offs are all set to a train limit of 1. And the trains that come to them are set to go to the pickup first, wait until they're full, or wait 5 minutes so they go away. And then the drop-offs are wait until empty, or wait for 5 minutes, then go away. That's as I said, that's just because I've had issues with them, so that's just a fail-safe. So if you have that, it should act the same way as my ones do, where the train comes along, sits here, waits until it's empty for the drop-off, and then when it's empty, it will go back to the pickup and then come back again. But it will always go to an empty station that doesn't have a train at it. So providing it's set to a train limit of 1, it will only sit here at 1. This station is currently idle. Why is that? Oh, you're waiting for the a clear path to go to the pickup, so you're actually waiting to leave. So it says idle, which means no train's on its way, but a train will be on its way soon. But the train limit means that only one train comes here, and then that train stops, waits until it's fully unloaded, or 5 minutes, and then drives away. And then the station becomes available, so the next train comes and drops here. But if your trains are not stopping at the station, yeah, pick up and drop off. Yep. Ignium rubble pick up, and the receiving station's named Ignium rubble drop off. Yep. So they should pick up, and go. Yeah, you've named them correctly. Yeah. But so they should go to the pickup, fill the cargo, fill their wagons, and then go to the drop off, and then sit the drop off until they're empty. And then that station's in use because it's got a limit of 1. But the station's in use, so then it should go to the next train, the next station, and the next station, and the next station. And then when the first one becomes available again, the trains will go to the closest one. Right, so if I was to enable based on condition, blue crystals are less than a constant number of, I don't know what they stack to, 200 I think? Go with 2000. The pace you as well. We're going to edit you and change you from that crystal to the charge crystals. So you will have 1, 2, 3, so it's 2000, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You'll have 1 row of blue, 1 row of red. No charge to. And then the blue and red from this system here will feed back into this guy to feed out, and away it goes. This is going to create charge crystals. I need to have storage in between this, don't I? Because this is the master storage. Although, to be honest with you, we're not using that many, so I don't really need to have the master storage. I could do this and run this one along, and then this one back as well. And then all the charging stations do what they're doing to this one here. Which means all the charging stations run all the things in all the places. So the next thing is the casting machines. Nope, not casting machines, the chemical processors. No, the distillation columns. Distillation columns. You want to be making Xeno crystal sludge. Are you the ones that return them? No, you're the ones that return them. Okay. So you're making it. So your inputs are the Xeno crystal sludge on the output on the back. That's alumic acid. So I want to rotate you round. Have the sludge come out the front.
Hello there.
Money Stoosh, hello there, good evening. 3. Go 3 and bring it back that way. So you are that one there. We want 5 of these guys. So 1. I can't put them next to each other. I've got to do at least the 1 gap between them. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stations data cables. No, I don't control my stations with data cables. Nope. I don't do anything with data cables on my stations. It's purely down to having the train limit set to 1. And then I just basically put enough trains in so there's always trains parked at the drop-offs. They come here and park at the drop-off, and they're just the buffers. Yeah, I don't use it. I was going to play with data cable stuff. I think I've got it in one location to do with slag. But I no, I just decided to go not with anything like that. The only reason you'd want to enable it with data cables would be if you have not as many trains. So say you had 1 train driving around, you would then go, well, this station's full, turn this station off, disable this station based on the content. So if it's got stuff inside it, turn the station off. And because the station is disabled, the train won't come here, it will go somewhere else. But if you've got 7 trains and 7 stations, you might as well not bother with the things and just have a train parked at each station. Just sat there. So, right. We want 2. Each one has a different name? Well, what do you mean by... No, they've all... Every one of my electronic drop-offs, electronic component drop-offs, which I have 6 of, all have exactly the same name. They're all called electronic components drop-off, and I have 6 stations named the same. It's just each of them is limited to 1 train, and I have 6 trains, which means that when 1 train is here, another train goes to a different one, and then each station has its own dedicated train. They can switch and match. They might go to a different station, like a different electronic drop-off station, but they will, because there's 6 of them, they'll fill up, and then when this one's full, because there's a train here and it's got a limit of 1, when it's got a train parked here, it's in use, which means another train will not come back to it. It will go off to the next station. So you don't need any data cables or anything at all to turn the stations on or off or whatever. That's fine. If you wanted to turn the station on and off with data cables, you don't need as many drop-off trains, because a train will only go to a station that's enabled. So you can have, say, one train, it sits at the pickup and then goes, oh, that station's enabled, I'll go and drop my goods off there, and then come back and pick up again, and then wait for the next station that wants it, that calls for it, if you're using data cables. So you have less trains on the network. I wanted lots of trains on the network, hence why I've done it this way. So. Yeah, if you have every time you make a drop-off station, if you put a train at the drop-off station, so you say that train is for that station, then you don't need any data cables. You don't need to turn them off with logic at all. You can just leave them all on, and a train will come up like this one here. Just come up, it parks here. Because it's parked here, this is now occupied, which means no other train will come to this station. They'll go to the other steel beam stations instead. So that may be the problem. You may be overriding the station with logic. So the trains are pulling up, then it's being disabled, and the trains leave, and they're all just going to the same place because that one is asking for trains constantly. Right, so it's 5 to 10, isn't it? So we've actually turned these around. 1, 2, 3. Turn them around No. That way. Too many cargo trucks in each train, taking too long to fill. I picked 2 just randomly. There's no. I didn't count how long it takes to do things with that. I just picked two wagons. There wasn't any thought behind the process. It was just I want 2 wagons on each train. So what I normally do in Satisfactory as well, I normally just have 2 wagons. So that's the input of acid, and that's the output on this side. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, so there isn't any special reason for me just having 2. It's the number I picked, basically. You go that way, and you come in that way, and then we do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, there was no throughput numbers figured out for it. No spreadsheets used or anything. I just literally went with 2. Which is weird because all the like loading screens and things like that are all they show basically 4 trains. In fact, on the loading screen for the game, which shows the trains there, there is a wagon. There's a train that has. It's a red train. It has a black wagon, and then it has 3 red wagons afterwards, and then a fluid wagon on the end of it. So, whatever they're doing with that, I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand. So yeah, I use Planet for it as well for doing other things. So, it's the same principle, and I try and base it all off of a single, like the conveyor belt, the fastest conveyor belt. And you got to remember, a single station has 2 outputs for conveyor belt, so that's 2 blue belts you can have come out of it, out of a station. You would need the throughput if you're using that entire amount. You would need the throughput for trains, but the way I'm building my base is that right now we're not using that sort of throughput. We will do, so I will have to build more and do more in the future. Hence why there are spaces for stuff to expand, so we can have more, and then more trains picking up, dropping off. That's the idea. Right. So it's 2. So if I was to, it's 2 casting machines per. Of course, the casting machines are bigger, aren't they? Yes, they are. They would be, wouldn't they? This casting machines would indeed be bigger. That's okay though, because we can do this. So let me put that there. Edit that. Make the briquettes. Where is your inputs? Your input is on that side. Excellent. Copy you. Put you there. Production is going to require 400. Yeah, I have no idea what mine's going to actually need in the end. Those, your inputs on this side, is it? Yes, it is. Excellent. Right. So if I go. if I did this? In fact, we'll change it around. So your input's now on this side, right? Yeah. We need 10 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 makes it one bigger, which is actually the same size as the chemical plants because yeah, okay, that works. That's okay. That's okay. And then we have doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that you're connected on both sides. It really doesn't change the anything. Right, we need T-junctions along here. This one's actually going to be a closed loop, so we can end that there. It means you're the same. Okay, and then you will output briquette and Xeno crystal and Xeno charge crystals. And you want Xeno charge crystals and oh damn it! Oh, that needs to move out by one. Or that needs to move in by one. These do want to be T-junctions because they need to continue on down the line once they're done, because you need very little alumic acid, but you do need some of it. So can I rotate this one? Yeah. And that goes down there as well. This doesn't. This is closed loop. And then these guys have a belt that goes this way, a belt that goes this way, and then a belt that goes that way into there, but wants to have a box in between it. This one goes to there. This one goes to there. Then we need ignium, energy cells, ignium, energy cells, aluminum acid. Okay, now I want to grab all this and move it over. So output. Okie dokie, Lonnie, have a good one. Oh no, because you need. You need filters. You need filter outputs because I need to have the blue on one and do the red on the other. And let's output them both onto the same belt. Let's just do that. Let's just put them both onto the same belt. Hey, Knuckle! Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good day today. And Gary as well. Hello, hello. Hope you've had a good day today. Let's get ourselves an incinerator. Can't do any concrete. Oh, dang it. Doodle-doo. What do I do with all the concrete? For me, you've lost your 51 stream streak. Did you watch any of yesterday's stream that failed after half an hour? Came in just as it failed. Ah. Actually, the incinerator should be over here, shouldn't it? We should have another 2 of these guys. No eligible contact. Okay. That's weird. I suppose it's because you have to watch one before the next stream comes along. But then it should have warned you previously. So weird. Right, can I connect up? YouTube. Okay. So this wants to be set if it's over 3,000. Okie dokie, Gary, thank you very much. Have a good evening. Thank you for hitting the like button. It helps way more than people know. Okay, so you filled to 2,000. You filled to 2,000. You output down there. You'll feed all the things, and then you come back and charge. Boom. You fill to 2,000, so you'll stop when this gets to over 2,000, so you won't accept any more inputs. The only inputs that get accepted are when these guys output the goods that they output. The I still need to somehow filter out the briquettes as well, don't I? I need to move you all. You all need to be moved over. Yep, you all need to be moved over. Two. Yeah, go by 2. Bonk. So paste that there. Russian general chat last night. Did I miss something? What did I oh yeah. Right. So that's fine there. So let's get rid of that guy. And I realised is that leaking the boat? Is that caliber transfer meatballs too? You're going to come out and go to here. I have realised something as well. I can actually get rid of all this logic random stuff here. This isn't needed. Because I can get a 2-lane loader, have the input there. It goes straight through. Does it go straight through? No, it's got a hole in it. Oh, that sucks. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Okay, then we'll do this instead. Excuse me. No, no, no. We should leave it with the logic. Leave it with the logic. It makes more sense. Enable if blue crystals are above 3,000. I was going to have it so that it goes down here and then just bypasses, but then this might fill up with loads of blue crystals and not have any space for the red ones. So that keeps everything balanced to make it work. Hopefully there's enough space. There's not enough space for that to go there. Of course there's not enough space for that to go there. That's okay though, because that can come up and along and do whatever it wants to do that way. Okay, I need 3 stations. All right. And then you guys all want to come out and then go into here. You could come a lot closer to this as well. I don't want to have a box for these should be making the exact amount anyway. It makes 1028, but just in case something happens with the supply, a box was always useful for a buffer. So let's do that, and let's put the buffer there. Yep, that's good enough to me. And then we have a input and an output on the buffer. There we go. Could we Do that. So then you're hanging one over the edge there. You're hanging over there, and that just means that this will actually have a center piece which can connect to that. So I could bring you all a bit closer as well, which I think I'm going to do, including the box. So actually scrap that. Do this. Collect all of it. Ba-dum.
Froggy?
Not drown the hedgehog. It's not very nice. Hedgehogs don't like being drowned. Very, very bad for them. How much space have we got between here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Blocked is 2. Why are 2 blocked? Where are we blocked? We're blocked there. That's okay. Paste. We don't need as much of this here. You will need to go all the way to that edge there, as will you. Oh, I just realised that box incinerator needs to come out of the edge. It shouldn't have been moved. Yeah, this should be off the edge of the thing. So when we copy paste, it's not part of the setup. Managed to fix for yes. But our bath is currently out of order at the moment. The actual the plug in the bath, the sealant around it had broken, and I think it broken because the pipe underneath had come away from the plug, where obviously you stand in the bath to have a shower and it moves up and down, and it had just broken over time, and it was just, instead of going down the drain, was pouring around the edge of it, out underneath and into yeah, into the wall, into the roof. But yeah, so that has all been cured now. Oh, you're too far over. Collect. 1, 2. Paste. There we go. That's better. You are still technically inside the copy range, which sucks a little bit. Sort of. It will literally just copy. Well, it will copy those two guys, and that won't make any sense for when we run the pipe, the belt out. So I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, where it was pouring, the bathroom is above the kitchen, and where it was pouring into the kitchen, it's going down the walls and into the plug sockets where the washing machine and air fryer and things are. So yeah, it tripped the power, and we couldn't flip the power back on again until it all dried out, which was a pain. You need water input as well, don't you? Yeah, so we need to figure out water for you. How much water do you need? Actually, a lot. Could I put in a large pump here with a large pipe running underground, and then just siphon off of it and pop up and feed those 4, and then pop up and feed the next 4? Although we have space here, so maybe I don't even need to set a few more back here. Maybe we could actually run the pipe above ground. Do. So which one's the water? That one's the water. Oh. Doop. And doop. You can actually be a pump. Let me get a pipeline to pipe. We will put it as the low voltage version. It can sit there. And you can have a T-junction there. There we go. Right. You've got your inputs there. You've got that. You need inputs for Xeno crystals and that. So let's do those as well. So input. Whoa. And then I want these ones to be in inputs as well. 1, 2. 5, excuse me. Okay, you are going to need filter inputs. Lots of them. I can only filter you with one at a time, can't I? Yeah. So you need to have 2. This is annoying. I can't just say crystals. I don't think I put filter loaders on the no, I didn't. Didn't really think I need that many of them. I actually really don't need that many of them, to be honest with you. So it's just here. Here is where I need them. And then on this side, here, we will do. Output. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you need any rich water. We haven't done that either. How much helium rich water do you need? 25,000. Oh, I hope you have something tasty. What's this? 25920. Oh, it's only another 4. It's only another 4 machines. So we basically need 8 of these guys doing the ignium rich water. Which of course means we need more crushers. So I need another row of those guys running ignium rich water, which actually means we need more than 1 pipe of water, which is a little awkward, but and that goes to this connection here. I wonder if I should, down here, build a separate ignium rich one that runs that and so runs the pipe straight along, goes to each one we need. could tap off this pipe for water. Because this is basically a pipe's worth. Well, not even that. One 1.4 pipes. We have 10 pipes, don't we? We can run 7 of these power plants off of a single pipeline for water. So I could pump water out from underneath, bring it up, connect it to the bottom of this, have this go that way to a series of chemical plants here doing things. The ignition train drops off, it feeds this line, and it feeds this system here. So that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Let's go underground here. See where our water is. So this is the furthest over we can go. Water's nowhere near. Right, that's okay. Let's just generally pick here. This seems like a good place. A very good place. One away from there. Dig down. Dig down. That's concerning. There's no water underneath here. Water is at height obviously 128. We want to come down to like here somewhere, 125. So let's go down to 125 and then we'll just turn west.
Hello there.
125. I'm going to do 127. It's 125. If I dig that way, should be water here somewhere. There is. Son Harper, hello, good evening. Hello there. Play with water mechanics to have it flow over. You can do that. I'm just going to put a pipe in. I'm just going to put a pipe in. It's just easier. Lucifer Gaming. Spelt interestingly. Hope you're having a good day today. Welcome in. One of these big guys. Put you there and then run these out to there, run a pipe up, run a pipe up, this wants to become a T-junction. That you are filling with water. Beautiful. You are filling with water, which is filled you guys with water. Okay. Foundry is so graphically processing intense, it broke it. Graphically processing intense? Yeah, it is using a lot more graphics than it is using CPU for me. Especially these newer buildings. These newer buildings seem to have the frame rate drop a lot, so yeah. Those big pipes have been in the game for a long time. They've been in the game for a long time. The large pump for the large pipes. That's new. That was added in the last update, I believe. These pipes have been in it for a while. The pipeline's been in it for a while. That'll work there. That'll work there. So this wants energy cells. The biggest problem I have is getting a train back out again. I need to move this because the trains that we dump over there can't get back out unless we dump in here. Oh, what's happened here? Why are you all blacked up? And oh, thank you, Raj, for the follow.
Lee Cyphergaming just followed on Twitch. Thank you.
Right, I suppose this calls for changing up this. Oh yeah, look, you're so many. Well, yeah, we need to change this to be the same as this one over here. Our bath upstairs has sprung a leak around the plug hole, so if you have a shower, it just pours out under the bath, and the bath is above the kitchen, and that pours down the walls in the kitchen, which goes into plug sockets and causes the power to trip. Not ideal for anybody involved. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. My housemate came down and was like, the bath's flooding, you know, like because he could see it in there, so it's all gone wrong. And came down and went, yeah, it's leaking in the kitchen. That's why I went, I'll be right back. We're going to try and deal with this. Or went into the kitchen, was like, oh, that's not good, and then power went out. Yeah. Fortunately, it just threw the ground floor power, and didn't actually. I don't know. UK houses have got the different trips for different circuits. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, so I don't know whether I'm saying yeah, everyone's got that. I don't know. But it threw the ground floor. So we still had power upstairs and we still had lights, which is very useful to try and figure out problems at 11 o'clock at night. So, yeah. Yeah, breakers. And is your, like, I mean, I'd say we're supposed to have, every floor is supposed to have a trip switch, a breaker, so the ground floor, first floor, second floor, every floor would have a breaker, and then the lights are on a separate one, and then high power appliances like cookers, and so they're on their own one. This house is not wired that way. When the main one goes, all the power in the house dies, but the lights are on independent. It's very strange. It's not wired very well. I'm gonna go with whoever wired this house up. Didn't care. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't think they cared about anything. Right, so can we? Where did this turn? There. Let me do this and then that, and then get up before. No, we can't. I can't remember where I did that one. Let's just go here. Let me have a look where I did that one here. This train intersection works but doesn't work at the same time. So we went there. So it was directly over the top of that line there where I went to, which is one more. Then We go down to here. It should go down to there. You come in and then go that way. Get rid of that junction. Get rid of that junction. And then for a moment, working on the signals with active trains is probably not the greatest of things to do, but that's what I'm doing. You come out there, and then you should have a so sorry. Yesterday my stream lasted about half an hour, and then I said the power died and we couldn't turn it back on again. So there were a few people in chat being like, what happened? I can't tell you what happened because it did. Let's go to here. This. No, don't bother. Don't copy that. We can just replace this stuff as ourselves. So I want to have a standard signal there and there. This wants to have a chain signal there. I don't think I had one there. I'm not quite sure why that one. Sure why I put that one there. Yeah, we basically, I mean, we managed to get the power back on again probably about 1 a.m. We after we deciphered all the problems and things were happening. It was we got the power back on about 1 a.m. But left everything in the kitchen unplugged and switched off and just left it. And then today when we've got up, we were like, right, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. It works. Hurrah! Everything's still alive. Okay. Right. Plug the washing machine back in. Plug the air fryer back in. Plug everything back in. Yep, it all still works. Just needed drying out. Right. I know you've all freaked out there, so there we go. Now you can come along. And you should be able to path a lot easier now. Hopefully you can path a lot easier. Machine park's pickup is occupied. Oh dear. Well, I need you to move because you're in the way, so I need you to go to there. Even food to Fulton Laundry. Oh well. Thank you very much for the follow. And I'll still be here for another couple of hours yet, probably. Yeah, updating this I like this train thing. I like that we've gone a bit nuts on it, but definitely requires it requires more spacing. The original idea would work, but it needs more spacing between the signals so a train can park. That's the problem, because like this is fine here. This is working out here, but here, if a train passes here, comes up and stops at that signal because the train's using the roundabout, it blocks off all three of these junctions. This just needs to be longer, and it would work. I wouldn't have to modify it to do the thing I've done this, but because trains can be parked and be out the way and then can do other things and move around, and yeah. So a redesign of that probably at some point might help. It doesn't help that I've attached all this to it as well, so it's technically overloading it a bit, but yeah. Anyway, right, so back to this one here. So we're going to have train stations this side here, which are going to stop off and drop off the goods. This needs moving. That needs deleting, and I do need somewhere to make my jetpack fuel though. I wonder if I can throw it in a box over there somewhere, just run a line out. Why? I was moving now. Look, there you go. Train priorities, I don't understand. I don't know what trains get what priority, when, where, and how. So I don't. Yeah, I don't quite understand. Also, I don't actually know why he went up there when he could have gone straight on along here. There was no reason for you to go up there and go around. You could have gone straight on, turned and gone that way. Might have to have a look at redesigning this. Maybe with a larger roundabout, try and get the, instead of the sharp tracks, try and get the long tracks in between, so it comes out further. That will allow us to have more space on the roundabout. And then go back to these three here, and make the space between that junction and this junction longer, so that a train can sit there. I don't know why trains are doing that, why they're going around, they're not going straight on. I don't understand that. You should go straight on, then turn. That's got to be the quicker route. Now, might need to delete the whole thing and put it in again. The problem is as well that we've got this attaching to it, and coming off of it. Which we can move. We can move that. That can always come off the main line and do something to get back up here. And these could technically go down and attach to it elsewhere, or figure something out with that. I can also have these trains technically go up a couple of plonk and go over there somewhere, and then join elsewhere. So they leave this, go over there, and then do something else. So we'll see. We'll see if this starts suffering again. So far, it's looking fine at the moment. A little tweak, it's looking fine. Yeah. So I need to remove all this. Kind of sucks because where can I put those that'll be out the way? Let's throw them over there somewhere. Grab one of these. Go out into the desert here somewhere, away from everything, and put in a couple of boxes. Doop, 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 doop. I'm going to empty this box into those ones over there. Oop. That would also cause you to start emptying, which will cause you to empty, which will empty the pipes, empty this, empty the other. That tank is empty, we can get rid of that guy. These distillation columns here aren't actually in use. You're still full there because the pipe is still technically connected. You no longer have any power though, so you can't pump anymore. I would like to have the opportunity to have a station come down here for the oil as well. But that's going to be complicated to do. Maybe in the future. Right, this setup needs copy pasting. Upgrade all the belts. Okay. So let's just copy paste this. It's going to lose power now, which is fine. We will move this to be the other side of these guys. And put you guys parked here. Maybe have it go up that way. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. So if I was to ironically, we're going to use them to pick up a lot of dirt. I'm not quite sure how much space I need for this. We'll have these parked that side. Means I need some more power poles running on there. That's fine, we can do that. And then they'll output onto this, which goes that way instead. Oh, you were powering that, not the other way around. I thought this was powering this. It's not. That is powering that. I also need more incinerators on this. So it needs to be $34. $35. All the way down to the end here. And then go all the way to the end of that. Not think we need that length, but like that. Confirm. Set that to be picked up by the drones. Can we collect all of the biomass in that? And destroy the biomass, we don't want that. And dump our seeds in there. Do we have any dirt in here? I think I deleted all the dirt. Yeah. Do we have any in here? Oh, we do. Let's grab some dirt. See if we can't fill in some stuff here. What I want to do is actually copy paste this over there and then empty all of these guys into that first box there, which would be easily doable. Let's upgrade that one as well, and let's delete all the Mark II stuff. Not enough building blocks. With that, these can be replaced, and then we'll grab all this, flip it around and put it over there. Well, maybe not flip it around. You'd like to come landing and clear that out. Well, you don't actually need these here, do you? You only need the platform for the well, actually, you only need the platform for the incinerators, don't you? Yeah. Yep, that's what we need the platform for. So let's actually get rid of this. What are you burning? Why are you burning dirt? You're not burning dirt, you're burning... Hold on. Oh, you're burning This one. Rocky Desert. Right, okay. Grab the ships. Doop, 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 doop. Power's this way, so I'll put them. Like that. And then we'll connect you to bring you along to halfway. Not there. Yeah, dang it. Bring you along to halfway, which is there. You connect to that one, then you go to halfway, which is there, and you connect to that one. 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 And to that one. You connect to that one. And you connect to that one. There we go. Okay. And then what I want to do is put in a box here. With inputs. I'll put you closer. Can't put you in the center because unfortunately there is no center. No, because we're dealing with odds and evens. Just put it up there again. Put it up there. It's fine. It's fine. Look at that. Come out. Do this. You can sit there. There you go. Okay. Now I need to grab all this convoluted setup that we have in here. Put it there. But I don't really want the incinerators to come back down. The incinerators on that side, so they can come down past that if they want. So we'll copy all this and leave the incinerators alone. Actually need the floor. Yeah, don't actually need the floor. So let's not bother with the floor. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doob. Does that get the data cables and everything? It does indeed. So confirm copy. Move this along here, down here, and rotate it twice. It won't flip. Well, it will flip. Ooh. Okay, so missing 23. 23 what? Paste. Buildings and other bits and pieces. Okay, that's fine. Let me delete that. And paste. That puts all the data cables in. Except you guys are doing weird. Oh, the data cables do not like being flipped. Okay. You need to be there. There we go. Oh. So let's pick up all of this piece. Paste That's all the outputs in. Nice. So now what I want to do is actually run a line. To there. Do. Oh, yeah, nice. Right, and then we want to output. Like that. Let's grab the incinerators. Actually, let's yeah, let's grab the incinerators. This is easy to rebuild. Some of you need your boxes back, don't you? That's okay. This is going to loop around back into that box in a minute. Then I'm going to put in here the incinerators. I don't know. How big are the incinerators? I can't remember. They are 4, so we turn them that way. And we put the generator down there. Connect to that. And that will power this segment. Well, that's actually the right height. Okay. And incinerators will go here. Oops. Don't make any more containers. Storage. Let's make some. Let's go. Okay. That's going to take a little while to empty out and do its thing. I don't want to connect those up yet because this wants to recycle back into here. Apparently got a dead power core. Let's see, could I There you go. Okay. And there we go. System is back up and running, doing the thing it was doing before. It's going to take a while to drain that all out there. That's not a problem. Okay. What can I do? I need to empty stuff. So you may have the dirt, the seeds, seed. There we go. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the seeds yet. I can't output the seeds as well, but we don't have enough actual output slots for that to even work. So yeah. Just need to kind of manually come by and pick them up and drop them off elsewhere every now and then. Okay, what about these guys here? I think this is going to be too much for my inventory to take. Yep. Yeah, destroy that, destroy that. I wonder when our cement's going to finally give up, concrete's going to give up on us. Or cement, I should say. The slag. Not enough dirt. Well, we can fix that. Right, okay. We are going to move this and then not put a power plant here so we can have a return station, so that the trains that go that way can curl around and come back and go down here. How many spaces are there empty? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There, is it right? Okay, obviously it would be at no, not that height. That height. Yep. You have no power. I need to repower you. Should be powered. Yeah. You won't be able to do that. There is a lot of wheel left there. Oh, right. So that's where I want the return train to be. Doesn't have to be there, because I suppose technically I could come off of this last one here and have a train there, and then that would loop back and it would be whatever distance that will be. Let's see that. So if we did this, so that's the same as the final station there. So that would be, I don't know, Ignium, maybe. But if it was to loop around, it would have to be here. What about the next one up? You would be there. I don't need 4 stations, I need 3, don't I? We need ignium, input cell, energy cells, and alumic acid. The alumic acid is here. That's the acid. This one's the ignium, and that one's the energy cells. Now the ignium also wants to go into a set here that's making ignium rich water. Ow. Gotta stop biting my nails. Really gotta stop biting my nails. So if I did ignium, they can fly that side as well. The trains would have to turn around, come back again. Actually, the earlier I do that, the less distance. Can I get one that connects to this one? Is there one that connects to this one? No, there isn't. There's one that's one away from that. So this one. So let's get rid of those 2 here. We're not going to use those. So we're going to use this one, and this one. Ooh, bad frame rate. Give me a station. There, there, and there. Let me get rid of those trees. Also, you should be changing stations. Okay. How is this pipe doing? It is emptying. It is slowly emptying. As we are burning it all off for that. What does this need to make more of these? It requires explosives. Not that I'm really using them because we're just mining out with drills and stuff now, but actually I'm not using them at all, am I? No. Let's just destroy this. Just actually, let's output it onto the line and just throw it over there into our random storages and distance away. Pick you up. Got plenty of plates, so that's fine. There's my 2 belts. Okay, so that was unloaded to go there. This is going to be ignium. We'll unload the ignium, come along here. In here is where we'll do our make a thing that goes to here and runs a pipe all along there. It requires four exactly. 15, 30, 60, 90. So I could do on a single belt, we can do 6 of them. 6 times 4. Two 5920 times 6. Oops. 155520 is 4.3 thing. That's fine. That's fine. We can run that pipe along and down, and then have it every 4 we can run off that. That becomes 0.9. That means we want 10 crushers. Yeah. Okay. 25920. Yeah. So every 4 we're going to have another thing. I could actually just copy this here, but I can't paste it there. But I could copy that and then paste it in here. If I ran that pipe along, then went that way, and then put the like for that side, add this guy, the pipe loader next to it, so it sat here. Outputs went up and along, and then these guys, which are one higher than the pipe, yep, came out the back of the same pipe one, came along and just went that way, because they only produce they produce a pipe each, don't they? So each one would have to connect to its own pipeline, which is doable because we could just have another pipeline sat on top of the water pipeline. Which goes this way. I don't think I've got many of these left, have I? No. I'm just going to interfere with the power. Can I get another one of these underneath that? I can. Which means, yeah, we could sit two of them on top of each other. The water line could go through the centre. These could be sat on the side. And output and go that way. Then these pipe would come along here. Up the side. Bomb to their own pipe, which connects back to the centre. And we want 6 of them. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting from as far back here as I can go. And then on the end here, we put the crushers in. We need 10 crushers. So 5 on this side, 5 on that side. And they output up the sides. Yeah. Yeah, I like that plan. These pipes and things would have to go up and over it, and the energy cells would have to go up and over it as well, probably. Which is actually just fine. The ignium would have to come off the train down and then split and go this way and that way. We'll figure out where that one goes. So the ignium's going to have to be actually, the ignium could be at the top. We could feed 2 lines in, down the sides, reach here, go along. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could bring everything down there. Down there and change stuff. What if I did that? What if I did that? What if the ignium line comes down here? The line comes down here. You come down here. You will have to go up or down, not really sure which. Probably down. Let's put all of them on the bottom. Yeah. They would sit down there. Come up along here. And the train stations, which are all here, will either go down underground by one or up or wherever that, and then they'll come out, unload, put down underground to here with some storages, and then out they go to their respective things. And then before that, here is where we put things in that can tap into its own ignium line from this station, which would be an ignium ore drop off. Yeah. Okay. Thank you two. Thank you. Yeah, you're done, so we don't have to worry about that template anymore. Okay, come down here. What I might do, however, is actually build this in up to the pipe. And you guys give me one more. We're getting buildings over here anyway, so yeah. Dink. Confirm copy. Now where so the train stations are basically level with that guy there, so one more. Let's go one more, okay. Could you pick up the biomass and demolish any terrain, and then paste that. Zoop, there we go. We'll come out along here and turn that way. We'll put the 4 in there. Or 6 in there, I should say. That'd be 4, 8, 12, that'd be 16 of those guys. And that's because we need 1.38 water, and a big pipe can deal with 10 pipes. So is 7. We can run 7, but the limits then become the actual ignium. So we're going to go 6. So we're going to build the infrastructure for 6 power plants. All the belts should deal with it. The belts should have enough throughput for all that. It's pipes that become a problem. So yeah, so that comes back, and then that can go for 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We copy this end as well. This will have enough to run 6 of them. So it will be underdone. Don't really need ignium enriched storage. I wonder if I could get rid of this last row here. Run the pipe along. The water pipe will come up here, go this way, come that way. Run the pipe along there. That's the enriched pipe, and then we just tap off of it and run a pipe along into the back of these guys, or into the back of these guys, because these aren't needed. Does mean instead of doing just 6, I would need to do 8. I need to do 12. Instead of 6, we need to do 12. So this here, we need to so 6 on this side and 6 on that side. Can that fit in there? Let's have a look. See. So ignoring the big is that 28. So 28 times 12. Nope. 28 times 6 is 168. Preferably behind this pipe here. So 168. Nowhere nears. Nowhere nears. We go too deep. So we have the pipe got the centre. We have 4 and 4 feeding the centre pipe. 4 and 4 feeding the centre pipe. How much do you produce? Hold on. 0.66. $7.92. Oh no, hang on. I need this one. 15. Set that back to 0. How much do you produce? 0.72. 0.72 times 12. 8.64. So it's still within tolerance of a large pipe. Although that's just for. But yeah, that would be right. That would be right. Because times by 12 divided by 2 because we're splitting it in 2 for that. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I need 7. Plus the pine. I need 8, and then the ones on the front as well. 9. Say 10, so I want to go 20, 43 from here. I want to go 43. 33, and then another 10 there. That's within the train state. That's within the train line. That'll work. That'll work. I like this. The plan is coming together. So I'm just going to go up to here. Could you collect all of that? Not that we want the biomass, I just want to get it out the way. Oh. So, I want to rebuild this here. We're not going to do this pipe. Yeah, I'm not going to use this pipe. So let's delete. All of this. pipe doesn't have to pop up here anymore, but it's going to. Add one bit back on there. A little bit of a skirt for that, that's fine. To be honest with you, we could. I don't know where the middle is, so I don't know where that's going to go. Well, I don't know where the middle is, hold on, because we want to go 20. And then 20. Middle is there. Okay, so let's build one on both sides and then we can copy paste it down 6 times if it'll fit. Chemical processor. One away from that. So I want to use the pipeline to pipe there. That one. Pipeline to pipe there. Makes that a 4-way intersection with a little bit on the end. Not there. There. And then you have the pipe come up. Along. You're going to do ignium enriched water. Two, 3, 4. How do I get water to the next ones? Turn this around. More than 23. So I just hope this doesn't trigger a oh, this ain't gonna work, is it? Because the pump's just 4 high. Oh. Okay, that's fine. What we do is this. Dum, dum, dum. Then dum. Let me grab another pipe to pipeline. No, pipeline to pipe. One of those. I do need one more of those as well. You sit in there. You're going to have exactly the same deal as the other one. How complicated does that make that? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. And then on the end here, we want to have this set up. Bum, 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 bum. So you'll come through the center, that's fine. And then we'll have on the end here built up area. So you come down here like that, and then on top there'll be another one, which is going to be a 4-way intersection like this, with that and that, and then there will be a pipe to pipeline here, there, and it will do this. Okay, and then the alien comes down the side. So we need 0.15 for 4. and I need to do this so that this will be doubled up on that side as well. Let's get the pipe in if I have enough to do it. I do. You don't technically need to be that. You can be a T-junction in here for this one. The rest of it needs to be crosses. Okay, and then we want to have a pipe. Comes down like this, and like this. Oop. Input. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Input. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And it's basically 2 crushers, but so we need 2 there, 2 there. That's fine. Double that up. I need to leave. Yeah, I'll leave a gap in between them. Let's extend those 2 out. Move that over there. That puts a double gap in between them. Which I'm fine with. Missing 32. 32 what? What are we missing? We are missing chemical processes and pipelines. Pipelines can go there. I need 8 per go here, so I need 16, but we'll say it's 8. Right close to this guy and try and get some more resources back again. Ooh. Missing 4, which would be the pumps probably. So I need. What missing? Yeah, so I need 2 of those, 2 of those. Don't think I made the pumps on the thing. Yeah, like that. And then you. I have a T-junction there. We'll come along to here and have a corner piece like that, and that will start feeding you all there. And you are 139 complexity, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 12. 4, 8, 12. Four, 8, 12. Now that does, however, mean that it doesn't fit where that pipe is there, but that's okay because these 2 pipes will come out on top here and will join together, come along, turn and go back into there. That is not complicated to do at all. It is kind of awkward for our trains unloading, but that's fine. We still got space here to do things with. So you'll start to drain finally, hurrah, so we can get rid of that pipe there. That power transfers in the ray. Not that we need this sort of thing once we put them in, because we'll have a floor there with power. But if I do this, it puts it out the way. Also, might better put the train line in. Need to look at that. So, dunk. Oh, you've got loads of stuff, which is mark for those. Come on, guys, do your thing. Here's biomass. You still outputting? Yeah, you're not outputting that. Oh, what happened here? How did you get? Oh, they didn't copy all their settings in them. What did it did? Hold on. That. Yeah, that's fine. Why are you retundra dirt? Okay, it didn't all. Some of them did, but not all of them. Right, can we dump you back into there? I think we can. Put that down there. That should it's gonna filter around and go round and round in circles for a bit, but okay. What about 1,000? Is that right? Should do. Yeah. Stop. We just need to take all the sand out. That's the problem. The sand is the problem. There we go. Okay. Right, cool. Oh. Missing. Right, so paste. Doop. Flooring. Where's my train? Up there, I think it is. Let's go and nab some flooring. Oh. I'm going to have to stop in a minute. I'm sleepy. Okay, we need lots of stuff. What do we need? Pipeline. But I also want let's come down here and do these. So we want 8 of each of these. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chemical processor. Let's go over to this guy because you can give me the chemical process. How many are we missing? 16 of them. Awesome. So let's paste that. Then refill the chemical process. We can cancel the chemical process. Paste that, and that should be the 8 chemical processes all done. There we go. So need to do need more of those. You're going to be connecting, and you're going to be connecting. In fact, you're going to be connecting in both locations. Bump. Right. It's replaced, so there's that. Oop. Okay. Come on. Okay. Now we need to do okay. Yep. Right. Let's try and get these online. In fact, no. Let's just put the pipes in, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm needing sleep. No. Yeah. Ooh. Right. Oop. And then you guys, we might as well connect to the main flow now. Ooh. Okay, that is not complicated at all. So there we go. That's all that done there and connected. Yep, each one. So your outputs go into the top pipe, and your inputs come from the bottom pipe, which we can actually cut right back. I can't do anything more with it. We have exceeded the pipe limits. We could get one or two more on there, most. There we go. Okay. Clear. Oop. What's not aligned? That one's not aligned. Yes, it is. This is. Is that one that's red? Not aligned? Yes, it is. Yeah, they are. Yeah. No, they're aligned. That one's not. Okay. Yep. Yep, there. Well spotted. Well spotted. Oh, excuse me. Okay, are you guys empty yet? No, you're still going. Okay, but I am going to stop here for tonight. And, we will come back next time. I'm going to play again tomorrow. I think I'm going to play again tomorrow. Maybe do something different on Wednesday. Dunno. But I might leave it running because I do want this to empty out and use up all the stuff that's here. Because I want the jetpack fuel. I want lots and lots and lots of jetpack fuel, so that I can not have to worry about building the about where I'm going to build the next one for that, which is going to be wherever we build the fuel. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Give me another pipe. Line to pipe. There you go. Nice. This actual belt here is actually no longer needed. This is the ignium, which we're no longer using down here. So, yeah. Okay. Right. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You're tired. That's going to get out of the way there. That's fine. You are an old piece. Get rid of that. There we go. Right. Cool. Okay. Let's leave this here. Let's come back tomorrow. Let's see whether this plugs in and works. And then gets that working. Because I think we just need the train stations delivering stuff. Oh, we actually need to make energy cells as well. not actually making any energy cells, which kind of sucks a little bit, but yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. You're using up almost all the plates in there. Beautiful. Yeah. Right. Okay. Go here. Rah. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Hey, look, a stream that actually finished when it was supposed to finish, not randomly in the middle of stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Yawn. Right. Sleep.
Yawn.
Yeah.
Yep, I yawned
Definitely
today,
yawn.
man.
Yeah. Maybe because I stayed up till like 4:30 watching the football, and then didn't really sleep at the well because it's quite hot. But it's okay. Day off tomorrow. No problem. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I do hope to see you again in the next one. Let me save this stream 50. Ooh, this is stream 50. We're halfway to a century. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So until next time, as always, have fun.